Alright, this is going to be a pretty much a cameras and coffees vlog. I'm currently trying to do some photography right now. I'm using my smartphone. I've got it coupled to my Leica CL via the Photos app, and I've actually got the shutter button. I just took a picture so that I can hopefully catch one of these birds laying on this bird feeder. And it's pretty cool because I'm getting a live feed from the camera 40 feet away, 30 feet away, whatever that is. And all I gotta do is just hit the shutter button from here, and I'm waiting on the birds to come back to the bird feeder. Once they do, I'm just gonna reach down and casually fire off a few frames and catch hopefully some birds on this feeder. We've come up here to Gatlinburg again. This weekend we're meeting my brother-in-law and sister-in-law up here for just to kind of hang out and kind of get away from it all for a little bit. I've been working a lot. Teresa's been working a lot. Charlotte and Dwayne, I don't know what their schedule's like, but we always try to come up here in December at least one Saturday and Sunday and just hang out, kind of just spend a little time. I'm gonna move this over here so I can at least just glance down and see the display. Maybe I'll spot a bird that way. But so when you see me looking down, I'm looking at that smartphone display. I've had to go into the settings and disable all of the auto power off safeties. Hopefully the display goes off in 5 minutes, but the phone isn't supposed to power off at all. We'll see. But they're not coming back to the feeder. I wonder if they're scared of my camera. I've got the tripod set up about 8 or 9 feet away from it. It's back pretty good ways, but they're still not coming in yet. So we're up here again at Berry Creek Lodge, or Berry something. I can never remember the name of this B&B. It's a nice little B&B. Is it on the coffee mug? No. They always have coffee, which is a big boon to me because I love to drink it. So, but my subject today is what I call photo sniping. It's basically picking out targets of opportunity while you're doing something else. A lot of my time is already kind of tied up for me with, you know, get-togethers with family and friends and business meetings and trips associated with work and, you know, just things like that. Since you're already there, you take your camera with you. Well, if you take your camera, what do I always say at the end of my videos? Get your camera out and take a picture with it. And if you take your camera with you, then the odds of you getting a photo of something go way up because you have your camera. Now, some people, that might just be their smartphone and they'll just use that and take a photo, because a lot of times the photos you get will work just fine like that. And sometimes you want an interchangeable lens camera, or you want something with a specific aperture and focal length. You know, you get to where you need a specific camera and lens to be able to take the photo you want. Well, I try to carry 2 or 3 little primes, or maybe a zoom on a camera or something, pretty much everywhere I go. I've got this little can't remember the brand name of this thing. I have to look at it and see. It's the Tenba. Yeah, I've got this. It's a Tenba 10L Furion, Fulton, something like that. Let's see here. Fulton 10L. So it's a 10 liter is what that means, I guess. But there, now we'll sit back down. It's about 45, 48 degrees right now, so that's why I got my coat on. I'll bring, you know, a camera and a few batteries and just do that, you know. Then what that allows me to do is, if I see an interesting composition on the drive across a mountain or something in the town, because I'll get my camera out of the bag and I'll stick a lens on it and carry just a spare battery in my pocket. Just carry the camera and the lens, the one that's on it, and just make do with that while I'm out walking about. And I'll typically put a 50 or a 35 on, and that kind of gives you versatility, you know, gives you room to breathe. So I'll take that and I'll just use that to do what I need to do. And if I see a composition that works with what I have, I get the photo. If I don't, have the right tools, then I just pass it up. But it gives me the opportunity to practice my mind's eye framing and like maybe what a composition look like. I like to do a lot of long exposure, slow shutter speed stuff, and with that you need time a little bit. Like I'll set my camera on a banister and get light trails of cars going by or something, and by doing that, it just allows me to be able to get photos all the time, or most of the time. A lot of times you got a few minutes here and there that allows you to be able to just grab an extra photo or two. So that's what I classify as like photo sniping. It's not slipping around taking a picture of someone from 300 yards away with some super big telephoto zoom. It's sniping the images of the environment around you with as opportunities present themselves with the gear you have. And right now my longest lens is 135 millimeters, so I've got it on the CL and got it down there mounted up on the tripod watching that bird feeder. That gets me the biggest distance from the bird feeder as I can put it, hopefully so they'll come back to it, but they're not. Oh, hey, here we go. I think it's a woodpecker. It's on the post beside it. Oh, there we go. I got him. I think I got him. Let's look. Okay. Oh, I'm running 1/250th of a second shutter speed and ISO roughly 2000. Let's see if it comes in. Come on, load it. I did. I got it. Some kind of woodpecker. Oh, look, I'll just show you. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? This is what I got. Huh? Is there another one? Of course there'd be another one. Okay, let's go back to remote. It's still swinging pretty violently. I bet another bird lit on it while I was showing you that picture. That's pretty awesome. My trick worked. Quiz time. What is photo sniping? It's taking a camera and a lens or two with you everywhere you go, so you have an opportunity to grab photos of the world around you all the time. It doesn't always have to be like epic street photography. I have started to learn that for my street photography, I'm not one of those 28 millimeter in your face street photogs. I am one of the guys who likes to get motion blur is a real big thing for me, and like long exposure stuff, so it's kind of surreal. Like the other day I posted an image, I think on my Instagram, about it's a bicycle passing through the frame, and the frame was lit up by like some taillights of some cars and stuff, so it was like this weird bluish pinkish kind of light, and then you can see the bicycle kind of blurry in the middle, somewhat ghosted. That's a pretty cool photo to me. I like that photo, but I like to do that sort of stuff more than the getting right in someone's face and getting an expression, And to wrap this up so that it makes a lot more sense, photo sniping in the Georgia photog world is making sure you have a camera and a lens you're kind of familiar with, or two. I normally carry 3. I have a wide angle. Right now I got a 20 mil, a 50, and a 135 in the bag, and a couple of charged batteries, and plenty of room on the memory card. Still watching that phone display, but as long as you got that gear with you and you see an opportunity, try to leave a few minutes early to go to whatever event you're going to, and buy yourself a little time so that you've got time to pull over and get a photo of a really nice foggy lake in the morning, or the mountains from up above and see the Smoky Mountains. I got a pretty cool picture of that today. So, those opportunities are there if you just keep your eye out and you build in just a little bit of extra time so you'll have time to actually capitalize on it. Because most people leave for work, for instance, in the morning with just enough time to get to work, barring any inconveniences. Almost habitually. If you leave 15 minutes early, you've got time to pull over, get your camera out with a tripod, set it up, take a really cool photo, break it down, put it in the car. Just one. Just take the one. Maybe, if you hit the shutter button twice, get 2 frames. That's 2 more pictures than you would have got if you hadn't left early enough to be able to do it. And you won't see photos every day. I carry my cameras a lot of times and never get them out. But some days I'll get them out and just lay it in the seat beside me, So with that, this is David, the Georgia photographer. My coffee's probably cold by now. Let's see. Yeah, it's cold. And I'm looking. I think one lid on it, a little tiny one lid on the back. It's still swinging a little bit. I don't know. Maybe not. But this is David, the Georgia photographer, and I'd like for you to subscribe and like the video if you did. And until next time, get your camera out. Go take a picture with it. All right. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Tell you what, I'm going to go down here since I ain't seeing no more birds. I'll show you the rig. All them birds are right over there in them trees. They're sitting over there right now watching me. They're there. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.